Hey guys, I wanted to talk about something today. It's kind of a really hot button topic for myself, not nobody else but myself. I'm kind of deciding to go back into the MMORPG scene, and I have a whole history about this, and I'll tell you what it is. So, I started in the MMORPG industry. I played Final Fantasy XI. That was the first game I played. I got hooked to it immediately. And for those of you who don't know what Final Fantasy XI is, in my opinion, it was way better than WoW. And I'm gonna piss off a bunch of people who play WoW, but I don't care. Because here's one of my reasons behind it, is that Final Fantasy really took a lot of coordination, a lot of skill. You needed to know what people could do, their jobs, aka like their classes and their races and things like that. You really needed to coordinate and know what you're doing to do really good endgame stuff. Now, I mean, whenever I hear people say raid, instances, dungeons, I have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. But, I mean, here's a really good example of what this game was. It was basically, you needed to use mathematical skill along with variables, timing, and sometimes sequential things, meaning a boss could randomly decide to stun you all at 25% health left. He'll use this one ability that you have to do something specific, or like, example was there was a guy called Odin that you had to fight, and at one point when he said a line in the chat bar, you had to immediately disengage from him and start kneeling down, otherwise he'd kill you immediately without anything. And it was really cool, and it took a lot of work to get really good at it. And I kind of got pissed because I was playing this as a kid, and this game has been around for 10 years. It's a long-lasting game. And I got into the game, and it fucked my life up really bad. And I'm not talking about like a little bit, I'm talking like, you know, I let it to overtake my life. And after what happened is that basically I bought an expansion pack from the game with my dad's credit card, and he told me to immediately shut it down, close the account, everything, because he didn't want me spending money on his card without my choice. And you know, he was basically trying to teach me that, you know, you could bounce a check, you know, you could fucking run up a huge debt on my credit card because you did something stupid like that. Because you know, my family's, you know, we're middle class, but we're not, you know, extreme poverty. But you know, they're trying to teach me the value of a dollar, you know. And anyway, and once I got rid of that game, I mean, about a month later, I felt great. It was more of the sensation of knowing that, I mean, something didn't have a hold over my life. I mean, I would think about the game all the time, and that was, in so many words, it was like a bad addiction. Now, and because I quit that game, it's really affected me in my like regular gaming life and my normal life, is that I quit the game and I'm nothing but happier. So, I mean, once I really figured out that my life was kind of getting better without having to play MMORPGs, I completely stopped. Because here's a good reason why, is that when you play these online games, you cannot pause. The game just continues to go. And this is one of the tactics that these games use on you, is that unlike Call of Duty, you can't just leave the game. I mean, you can, but people will get pissed at you, or sometimes you get banned, or like, the whole reason of the game is that, you know, we keep people as time involved in this game as possible to make them spend longer on our game. And it's a smart tactic, but it really does ruin lives. So, after I quit the game, I mean, or was forced to leave, basically I pretty much vowed I wouldn't play any more MMORPGs, because I mean, it's a really addictive thing when you get so good and then you realize you just gotta stop. I mean, I used to play as a healer and I used to play like every single type of class that you could. I'd heal, I'd tank, I'd deal damage, I'd do everything. And you know, it's really bad. It was a bad time for me to leave, because I felt I was getting to become one of the top 1,000 players on my server, you know, it's not really impressive, but it's a nice feat. So, I mean, with the Elder Scrolls MMO coming on online, I mean, it's the first real MMORPG that I'm excited for. And I feel what I want to do is I want to go back into the Final Fantasy XI game and kind of revisit, because, I mean, I have a little bit of money. I know how to work my life now. I know how to time manage things. So I kind of feel I want to get back into the scene. And then on top of that is, one of the main things about MMORPGs is that these are by far the easiest games to live stream in the entire world. I'm dead serious. You can live stream these games for hours on end, and people will watch them nonstop. If you look at people who stream WoW every day, or SWTOR, Star Wars Tour, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and you watch these people stream these games, you'll see that they have nothing but huge audiences, and it's so easy to waste time in these games. And if you get like 300 people watching you at any time, you can get paid some good money for doing that kind of job work, you know, just sitting there for a couple hours streaming, having 300 people watch and talk to them, communicate. and I love that idea, but unfortunately I need to go back to college. So when I go back to college, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be working part-time, and then I want to stream on the side as much as I can. And I feel what the good thing about the YouTube channel is that I can stream on it. It'll be nice to kind of stream Elder Scrolls MMO on the channel, and if time comes, you know, I can let Caboose take care of most of the trolling, funny, and glitching stuff like that. You know, Bernard take care of his map making, glitching, whatever. And it's fun stuff like that. I can play the game I love to play. Caboose can play the game he loves to play. I mean, it's all about that. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's a real hot button topic for me. I mean, I really did have a bad point in my life where I was sitting there and just saying, you know, holy fuck, I'm spending too much time thinking about this game. It affected my schoolwork at times. I mean, here's the thing, and a lot of people will always, your parents will always tell you this, is that video games are a huge detrimental thing. They hurt your life, they hurt your schoolwork. In my opinion, I was always a C student. I was always going to be, you know, I'm a fucking intelligent person, I have potential, but I didn't want to strive it because I thought homework was the stupidest thing ever invented. I didn't want to go home and do work. I would rather, and I talk about this all the time, and as well as in college, and it's really another topic, is I would rather sit in college classes or high school for another 3 hours and learn everything there rather than go home and do homework, because I thought homework was the bane of my existence. It was a waste of time. I didn't want to do that. If I go home, I want to be home. I want to relax. I don't want to have to do more work. But, you know, such is life. And, you know, that's really it for this topic. I mean, I do hope you understand. I was wondering, too, kind of what people would think about if I started posting Final Fantasy gameplay. So people, because they're releasing a new expansion pack in the upcoming year. And I kind of thought it'd be nice to reintroduce into the game MMORPG scene for me. But, you know, that's about it, guys. Leave me some feedback and opinions. You know, did MMORPGs ruin your life, too? Did you ever play anything? You know, just give me some feedback, guys.